I'm Marissa Bailey. Here are the stories making headlines at this hour. A Chicago police sergeant is still on the payroll, but off the street as the Civilian Office of Police Accountability investigates the shooting of an unarmed 18-year-old with mental and developmental disabilities. That shooting was caught on a neighbor's home security camera. Sergeant Khalil Mohammed was off duty and in his personal car when he fired those shots. The shooting happened in the early morning hours in August of 2017. Ricardo Hayes, who snuck out of his house that night, was hit. A 911 call from a Sergeant Mohammed suggested that Hayes walked up to his car and looked like he was about to pull a gun on him. But the video shows Hayes running, then stopping when the sergeant rolls up.
My client was unarmed. He wasn't posing any risk to anybody, made no aggressive moves towards the officer. And the officer was, if you've seen the video, you're estimating 20 feet away, sitting in the cab of his car.
Hayes' attorney says he still suffers from mentally and emotionally from being shot. A lawsuit has been filed against Mohammed and the city. And videos of officer-involved shootings are supposed to be released no more than 60 days after the incident, but this one took 14 months for this video to be released. Well, it's one of the busiest intersections in the Loop, and it can be a dangerous challenge for people trying to make their way to Millennium Park.
That's a little close. That was a little close, yeah.
And you had to hold your hand out.
For what it was, worth. I don't know if it made any difference.
One after another, drivers turning left from Washington onto Michigan Avenue make no attempt to obey the law and yield to pedestrians, even though they have the walk sign. They're forced to scamper across the street or to even pause to let vehicles by. Even a woman pushing a baby carriage wasn't enough to cause a CTA bus to yield to her in the crosswalk.
We got a little lucky that we didn't get run over because a couple cars that were coming across, they just decided to make their own lane in between the pedestrians. So you got to keep an eye on your own self.
There were traffic aids at that intersection last week, but now the aids are gone. No response from the city as to what happened. Well, the biggest pumpkin in Illinois was grown in the western suburbs. It weighed in at 1,510 pounds. Joe Adkins of Wheaton says it's a little bit like Las Vegas. You have to put a lot of money down for just the right seed without knowing if you'll actually hit the jackpot.
They're easy $400, $500 a piece. It's a bit of a risk. It's slightly a gamble. You pay $500 for a pumpkin seed, it might not even sprout.
Oh boy, Adkins also has an underground heating system to get a jump start on the growing season in the spring. He says at peak growth, his pumpkins can gain 50 pounds a day. All right, meteorologist Megan Glareau's here now. The look at your forecast. Hi, Meg.
Hey, we'd settle for even 50 degrees, Marissa. We're not going to hit it today. 40 at 9 a.m. Sun is up at 7:05 or 6 and down at 6:07. We are going to find a day with temperatures climbing, but only to the upper 40s. That's it today. Lots of sunshine and a pretty stiff breeze out there. So I would say bundle up and grab a hat.
Thank you, and keep it right here on CBS Chicago for updates throughout the day. Have a good one.